You can't be calm about this. I'm a black man in America. The reason why heart disease. I'm white. I can't comment. Listen to what I'm saying. The reason why heart disease and cancer and obesity and diabetes are bigger in the black community is because of the stress we carry from having to deal with being called the N-word directly or indirectly every day. If you can't be calm about.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right, hey, what's going on, family? This time for Nopickspodcast.
What up, family? It's Joe, Nopickspodcast.
Hey guys, Angie again.
All right, so
there has to be more to that. Like what?
For those of you who don't know, that was former Congressman Jamaal Bowman.
Right.
All right. So, do you agree with former Congressman Jamaal Bowman? Right? Is the reason that we as black people are affected by cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and whatever else at higher rates than other groups of people, let's just say, i.e. white people, is it because of the stress of being called the N-word either directly or indirectly? And I'm going to go with
Joe.
Let me go with Joe on this one.
Okay. All right. Well, first I'm going to say you did us dirty, right? I need more of this clip. I need to hear him expand on this idea, because at first I'm like, bruh, what are you talking about? And then it just cut off, right? But my response is, I mean, oh God, bro. Whew. My short answer is I disagree. I'm just big on personal accountability. You know what I mean? I'm big on like understanding, like, yeah, there might be some systems in place. Yeah, we do have a history of racism and all that stuff in this country. Yeah, some people might call me the N-word. I mean, we call each other the N-word, but that's you know. Different, but I don't know, bro. I can't blame my I don't know, bro.
Wait, I'll give you this. I'll give you the list. Obesity, cancer, heart disease, diabetes. Those are the things that he mentioned that either, you know, we are affected at higher rates than white people because we're either directly or indirectly called the N-word. Specifically said that.
The stress of being called. All right, so I'm going to give a short answer because I really want to hear what Angie wants to say too. I disagree. I would like to hear him elaborate on this idea because I want to hear more of this perspective. And I think it'd also be interesting if there is anything more. But I disagree. I'm going to keep it there for now. Like I can go so many different directions. Angie, how you feel about this?
I agree with you 100%. It sounds like that wasn't even the beginning or the end. It sounds like a snippet of something, and a pet peeve of mine is taking a snippet of something and then making it, and then you hear the whole thing and it's like, oh, but I can't even find the O in that. Like, I don't see how the two correlate. Now, there's plenty of reasons why our black people are affected, but I don't think the N-word has anything to do with it. Like, he could have went so many different ways and I could have supported him. Yeah. But, like, i.e., why fast food restaurants and things like that are so accessible in certain neighborhoods. Like, there's plenty of ways he could have went, but I don't think that it has anything to do with the N-word specifically. So I would, short answer, disagree.
Right. I'm gonna agree with both of y'all. This is crazy. Joe, you mentioned it, personal accountability. Like, bro, like, so you're not responsible for any of the health decisions that you yourself make, and because we live in a world that is at times segregated by race, you just die from a variety of things just from that stress of being not white. Like, that's so goddamn silly. But if you know anything about his history, Bull not really that smart, bro. Like, if you ever, like, he's the one during when Trump was president his last term, not this term, but he, like, in order to like stop him from giving some address, he went to like he was in Congress, in the halls of Congress, went to like some side hallway and pulled the fire alarm. And they all had to evacuate because obviously the fire alarm go up. They got this motherfucker. They got this motherfucker on camera doing it, and they brought him up on charges. And his dumbass lost his goddamn re-election bid because they were like, "Yo, why the fuck is this motherfucker pulling fire alarms so people can't do their goddamn job?" Like, he's not that smart of a person, like, just in general. But this kind of blows my mind too. I'm like, yo, why the fuck listen, I gotta find somebody to run for something, bro. Because like if this motherfucker could go out here and win some shit,
yeah,
like I can win something, bro. Like this is an accessible goal. It's like when people be saying like people make fun of Netflix right now because they like, oh, well, anybody can get a movie on Netflix. You go pitch it. You can just go put a movie on Netflix. It seems like anybody can go to Congress right now, bro, because like they got some real weirdos, bro, just like winning stuff. And it's like if this dude is a example of it, then it's like, yo, like this dude just say like I don't even understand the logic behind this.
Yeah,
But no, like
there is no logic. There is no logic. It's
There's
just
zero
pure
logic.
emotion.
And
There is no logic, right? Yeah.
What you just
Go ahead.
said, Ty, reminded me of a clip that I seen, and you guys may have seen it too, of Barack Obama, and he was talking about how even in the most prestigious of rooms with world leaders, you would think that everybody there is at the top of their game, but even amongst them, there are idiots at the tables leading the world. Like there are idiots everywhere that make it to the highest of places.
Right.
Crazy.
No. And to feed off both of those things too. Like I know this is going to be a controversial take as far as like we all agreed, right? So, but I know that this position that we're taking on that comment is going to be controversial because me and Ty did a video months ago where there was like a panel full of women and there were black women, and one of the black women, she was a little heavier, and she was just like, racism made me obese, and she's literally like talking about how black women enduring racism has made them just larger, because of the stress. So basically feeding off of what Jamaal Bowman was basically saying right now, right? So this is a thing, right? And then people in the comments were like, studies have shown that this, that, and I'm just like, bro, are you like, I'll give you a recent example. I was at Walmart yesterday, right? I went to go I had to buy some things for my daughter. I'm waiting in line. The family in front of me, we're talking about the black community. We're talking about black folk. It was a black mom with 3 of her kids. They were black. Of course, it was a black woman. She had her 3 little kids there. Nothing wrong. It's Walmart. I was there. Had a cart full of food. I'm watching her put the food on the whatever, the machine, the thing. And it's nothing but like soda, chips, highly processed foods, stuff that you got to microwave, stuff that's high in sugar content, crap. And I'm looking at the food that she's putting on the thing, and I'm like, of course you don't want to judge because it's like, do what you do for your family. You know what I mean? But like, that her family's eating this junk. And of course we want to say, well, maybe that's all she can afford. I don't know. But like you have some control over what you allow your family to consume. You know what I'm saying? You have some control over what you allow inside of your household. I learned one of the biggest ways the biggest things that changed my life was like, if I don't want to eat it or be tempted by it, I'm not going to bring it in my house. So there are so many things that I'm like, if I buy this, I'm going to eat this whole box, whether it's in 1 night or in 2 nights or in 3 nights, I'm going to eat all this. So I'm not even going to get it. You know what I mean? Like that's me though. That's me. Cause I know myself. So I don't know, just saying like we have control, we have agency. To blame so many of our problems on racism frustrates me because it's like, yo, we have a choice. And me and Ty say all the time, if you have a choice, you can't be a victim. If there is another option out there, you can't be a victim. If you could take a different path, stop playing the victim. You chose to be this person. You chose to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as you have, so yeah.
Right. I agree. I'm agree. I'm with you on that. I also hate the food argument as well because it's like, okay, so it's just like, hey, lower income black people, we have to buy like the cheap, like we have to buy processed foods, we have to go to fast food, we have to do this, we have to do that. But you could buy vegetables and broccoli and shit with food stamps. It's not like you can go to the market and they be like, no, like, yo, hey Earl, get her out of here. She trying to buy broccoli, bro. We like, no, give her them honey buns over there. No, like you can buy corn, you can buy green beans, you can buy asparagus, you can buy cauliflower, you can buy that with food stamps. So if you all three, we from the hood, we from the same hoods. Like I never went into a shop right that didn't have fucking got a produce section. I never went to a shop right and they just had like instead of the produce, it was just like fruit roll-ups. Like, you can decide to get the stuff. You just don't get the stuff.
You just don't.
But if we're saying that it's a systemic thing. But we have the money, we can buy the other thing, but we choose to buy the other thing. Then aren't we the ones to blame for our own health decisions? Because
I would say so.
You can buy ear corn, you can buy fucking green, you can buy salad, you can buy iceberg lettuce. You can buy all that shit
too. I think that what plays a part into that too, again, agreeing with you guys in that people have a choice, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. Please, Ty, don't chop my head off. I don't believe it. I buy the asparagus. I have some on the stove right now.
I love asparagus.
But, like the marketing and things of things that are not good for you is way like higher. If you're not, because even myself, like growing up, my mom wasn't cooking asparagus. I mean, that's just not something that we ate. Like it wasn't
Right.
popular. It's like one of those things where it's like, if you, maybe like a generational thing, like we weren't exposed to that. Like, niggas on Wayne Avenue wasn't eating asparagus and cauliflower. Like, they just weren't.
That's true.
Like, you know
That's
what I
true.
mean? They're not exposed to it. So
Right.
when you do go to the supermarket, it's like, yes, that stuff is there, but it's almost like you don't even see it because your mind goes to what like marketing and advertisement and the things around you and you're exposed to have instilled in you. So it's like a psychological thing. Yes, you have the choice. I'm not saying you don't, but if you don't know any better, like if you knew better, you do better. But if you don't know better, then it's harder for you.
But you don't have to be a rocket scientist.
You can make it, but it is. Can we agree that it is harder to make the choice of the thing that
it's harder regardless of your income level. Like I
not
don't think
the income level. I'm talking about exposure at this point because, like you said, you can use your EBT card to buy asparagus and broccoli. You're choosing to buy like
honey buns.
Yeah, honey buns, but how many honey bun commercials and stuff are you exposed to versus a plate full of asparagus?
I mean,
like,
I would prefer honey buns to the asparagus. Absolutely,
right. 100%. But what I'm talking about is the exposure to the asparagus to even understand or even have it in your immediate mind as an option. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear what you, but I don't subscribe to the big honey bun. Big honey bun making you buy things. I'm
not talking about making you. It's all a choice. I stated that first. They're still making a choice. My point is that do you at least understand where how the mind goes to that as opposed to this because of the lack of exposure to those things? Like, I didn't learn about food pyramids and how important vegetables are and all of that stuff. Like, that's not something that I see.
You learned that in middle school, and we learned it in middle school.
I didn't fit. I wasn't going grocery shopping in middle school. Tyrese, I wasn't buying groceries in middle school.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you saw the pyramid. You knew, like, hey,
I understand. Yes, I did, but I wasn't telling my mom what to buy from the supermarket. I had
I'm
zero
not saying that you were, but I'm
that.
saying we still know. Like when I was a kid, and I would go to the store and buy a 2-liter brisk iced tea and two Milky Ways. I knew it was bad for me. I wasn't like, oh, this is
so.
Just
Why
as good as...
So why didn't you buy an ear of corn instead?
I just didn't want to. And I was a chubby little fucker growing up as a kid. Like, okay. I just didn't want to. So it was.
Okay.
It was.
But you don't think that your exposure to Milky Ways and Milky Way commercials and how delicious they were making them, so you don't think that had anything to do with why you wanted a Milky Way?
I mean, they were delicious. That's why I wanted them.
But why did you even think to open the wrapper to even see that it was delicious? What made you go in there?
Maybe I saw a commercial. Maybe I saw a friend eat it. I can't speak. But like, I don't think these companies just advertise in Germantown. They advertise in the suburbs too.
I hear you, but there's also exposure in the suburbs. They don't want just black people to buy the Milky Way.
They want white people to buy the Milky Way too. They're gonna.
I hear you. I hear that, and I agree. But there are other things that are exposed that we are not exposed to in certain areas that we are. Like, to not agree on that, it will be a little bit crazy. Do you not think that that's true?
Yeah, but I think you're the level of importance that you're putting on this exposure thing is ridiculous.
I'll give you an example.
Because I was exposed to a lot of stuff that I was exposed to drug dealing. I never drug dealed before.
Right, but listen, but your chances of doing that are higher than someone who never seen a drug dealer know about making fast money. Yes, you made a choice, which I started this conversation by saying it's a choice, but I'm just trying to give some substance to the opposite. Devil's advocate. I don't agree. It's still a choice. I'm just saying people are, even, let's just take for example, even free lunch, right? Free lunch programs happen across in public schools, whether they're in Germantown or whether they're in Norristown or whatever suburb. But the options and that the kids are given are two completely different things.
Right.
The public schools in the suburbs aren't serving fried chicken patties on buns with like they're not. They're getting carrots and cauliflower.
Jones hit though.
They are.
Patties hit.
Like, they're not getting that. I've never seen a cauliflower on a plate in elementary school ever. Never.
All right. So how about as adults? Do you still
I'm
feel like
making an argument for exposure.
Okay.
It's still a choice, but I'm just saying.
So I mean, Angie, we can't disagree with you, right? So marketing works. marketing works. There's a whole field of marketing. You can go to school to study marketing. There's a whole science behind it. You market something and people get exposed to it over and over again. People say we see like I don't know what the number is, but we see a ridiculous amount of advertisement every day, just from walking out our house, from listening to the radio, from watching YouTube videos. We're constantly being bombarded with advertisements. It becomes part of our subconscious because we've been so conditioned that we have to block it out most of the time, because otherwise it's overwhelming. You know what I mean? But you see a marketing for everything. So that does have an influence. You're absolutely right. We can't argue that, right? Like, people are influenced by marketing. It works, especially good marketing. I love Snickers. Hungry? Why wait? Grab a Snickers. I used to eat Snickers. I used to love me some Snickers growing up. Like, marketing does work, right? And I was also, I fell victim to a lot of these things when I was younger. I was very big when I was younger. So I know that struggle too. And then I grew up, and then I expanded my horizons, and then I realized I don't want to be obese anymore. And then I changed my habits. I completely took soda out of my diet. Like, I had to literally do things. I had to change behaviors within myself to get into better health. So at a certain point, it's like you have to make that choice. And I'm not saying this all falls on mom, right? So I want to make that very clear. It falls on both parents, right? But I think when I think about a mom, I think about not only is she the first teacher, because she's bringing life into this world, and then she's like molding and nurturing that child. She's the first teacher for her children. She also is the person who, for the most part, is responsible for the nutrition in that household as well.
Right.
If she's the one making the meals, mom decides what's going on that plate. Mom decides what's going on for breakfast, what she's packing for lunch, and what she's making for dinner. Dad can do that too. I'm not saying that's not just, but I'm just saying, generally speaking, mom is also the person that dictates kind of the nutrition in that household. So whatever mom puts on that plate, that's, as a child, that's what I'm gonna eat.
Right.
So I think so much of this not falls on like just parenting and not teaching your children, or like for me, like one of my biggest things, I got 2 girls. I think one of the biggest nerfs we do to ourselves in life is let our bodies go. And I refuse to let my daughters go. The moment I see any of them getting too big, I'm like, no, baby girl, that's enough cakes. That's enough that. Like, it is my duty to make sure she doesn't do what I did when I was her age. I know better now. You see what I'm saying? So like, I'm on her ass about it. Like, if I start seeing her get a little pudgy, I'm like, I know she's still growing, but like, it's my responsibility to make sure that my daughter does not let herself go. Like, I'm sorry, baby girl, you can't do that. You know what I mean? So some of it is on us. It's not racism. Like, you have to just make a decision to like do better.
I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? No, absolutely, yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna blame it on racism. I'm just not like.
Yeah, I'm not. None of us are blaming it on racism at all.
Culture also plays a part in it too, because the foods that we consume are like inherently unhealthy, right? Even the greens are never healthy. They're horrible. Like, you know
soul
what I mean?
food?
Like, they're like soul food would like kill them. And then listen, we want to eat soul food and then be like, why are we getting diabetes? Like, it's like, nigga, we eat
Right.
There's a pound of sugar in your sweet potatoes. They're no longer healthy.
And they're amazing. They are delicious. But let's be real. It's not. And the Boondocks years ago made a whole episode. I don't know if you guys remember the Boondocks, where they talked about how Black culture, the food, the traditions that we passed down, where we had to cook with what was left over from the animals on the plantations. Whatever was left over, whatever we could gather, we took all that and we cooked it and we ate it. And then after we broke out of slavery, we still started cooking with the same ingredients and the same parts of the pigs and all the animals, and we never changed that. But it's like, we ate like this because we were enslaved. Now we're free and we're still eating the same things. Why has that not changed? Why has our cuisine gotten healthier? Or like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it is
Everything
a
is
culture.
fried.
Everything is fried. Yeah, it's bad, bro. And you gotta have soda.
The candy yams are double candied. You know what I mean? Like, they're like,
it's bad, bro. But heart disease is a big killer in the Black community. Like, it really, really is. I'm just not gonna blame racism for that.
Like, what's going on? Why can't we live to 70? Like, nigga, we eat like.
I just think we got to do better.
Yeah,
I think we got to do better.
I make a conscious effort to expose my son to things that even I don't eat. Like, I think that's a lot of times that happens too. Like, you inherently, what you don't eat, you don't expose your children to because you don't.
Right.
I don't eat a lot of things, but I don't keep that from Anthony though. Like, he eats everything. Like, there's no vegetable he doesn't eat.
I'm still trying to expand. I'm looking for a kangaroo meat. Like, if y'all know where somebody's selling kangaroo meat, like, I'm here for it. Like,
that might be good. That might be good. That might be good.
They make steaks out of it.
Yeah, I want kangaroo meat. Like, I'm here for it.
Yeah, but I'm glad we all agree. Like, this is going to be a hard point to argue, but yeah, we agree. Like, I'm not blaming it on racism. I'm just not. Like, we got to stop blaming all the problems in our community on racism. Like, please, can we please stop doing that? Please.
I'm glad we agreed on this one. I was ready to crush some skulls, but
no, I agree with you, bro.
Anyway, let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.
Peace out.
All right. So